Lower your shields and surrender your ships. We will add your biological and technological distinctiveness to our own. Your culture will adapt to service us. Resistance is futile.
Basically, the way we look at it is we don't want to get into something unless we can control the core technology. Because
your shields and surrender your ships. We will add your biological and technological distinctiveness to our...
Basically a copy special purpose computer designed by a company in Taiwan. There's a lot of hardware and a lot of software in that thing. But we all make this little thing called an iPod, which is real harder than it looked. A service called iTunes, which is actually pretty complicated, but it just looks easy. It looks simple. And that we will do even more. Basically get destroyed. Eat young.
We will add your biological and technological distinctiveness to our own.
We make a really kick-ass server with G5s in it, and we make this thing called Xserve, which is RAID storage, which is like, you know, off the charts. It's mind-blowing. Eat young. We've crossed 10 billion tracks. We need to know more about this stuff. It's going to get more complicated as we've got these. We're going to be at the prices we're at for the foreseeable future. Eat young.
Resistance is futile.
That's not exactly what's happened, thank God. What's happened is that data is exploding. So, you know, not only does music take, you know, 4 megabytes a song, but digital photography, you know, is taking a few megabytes a picture. Of course, you know, when you get into video, it's even you know, larger data sets. So, big challenge is what to do about high def. Make sure it doesn't happen. Add another 10x of bandwidth. Eat young. Download a high-def movie is going to take you half a day. If they haven't docked with computers. And you want these things to dock your PC so that they grab your calendars, they grab everything else, and these dumb terminals and our data is going to be stored in the ether. Just hasn't happened. If you lose it, there goes your life. If you lose it, there goes your life. If you lose it, there goes your life. Our data is stored in
It's obviously an incredible adventure that starts now that we really got beams colliding for the first time.
14 billion years ago, to planets. 14 billion years ago, uniform. But the universe is not static, and what we call it's expanding due to the explosive force of the Big Bang. 14 billion years ago. 14 billion years ago. To planets. Almost entirely empty.
Physicist and best-selling author Brian Greene takes you on a journey to the very heart of matter itself.
When most of us picture space, we think of outer space, a place that's far, far away. But space is actually in the atoms, the basic ingredient in matter. But it turns out that space contains something far more mysterious. The fundamental particles in the universe all contain different amounts of mass, which we usually think of as weight. Without mass, these particles would never combine to form the familiar atoms that make up all the stuff we see in the world around us. Imagine space as something like an ocean. Particles are immersed in this ocean and gain mass as they move through it. And the more those particles struggle to get through, the more they interact with the ocean and the more mass they gain. But what creates mass? This is the Large Hadron Collider, the world's most powerful accelerator. It accelerates subatomic particles to more than 99.99% of the speed of light and smashes them into each other with so much energy that they will chip off a piece of space. But that raised the question, could this reverse the Big Bang, causing the cosmos to collapse back on itself in a big crunch? To solve this mystery, the cosmological constant.
It is Professor Brian Cox.
The Large Hadron Collider
accelerate protons at 99.999999% the speed of light. And we collide them with another beam of protons going in the opposite direction at 99.999999% the speed of light.
This is science at its most esoteric. It's like philosophy, religion even, because all it has going for it
is it's a bit dangerous. And I'm a little bit worried because I've done stamp collecting, I haven't done science.
Some to wonder if we know what we're doing. Transform two tiny protons into a massive Higgs boson requires the help of a genius.
Fortunately, we have.
How you guys doing? I mean, just look at this place. It's like a palace. Indoor plumbing all hooked up. This is the nicest fucking shed I think there's ever been. Purple.
So CERN's management decided here to cancel an engineering run scheduled to test the entire ring. Instead of beginning slowly with some safe but dull low-energy collisions, the machine's first run will accelerate particles to high energies straight away.
Lucy. You handle one thought at a time. You throw 2 or 3 at him, he's gonna fucking train wreck.
Years ago, to planets. Years ago, it played a leading role. 2.5 billion years ago, the universe to planet space in a new way, as something like an ocean.
I'm extremely happy that collision took place tonight.
Opens up a whole new way of thinking about reality that describes the entire universe. Be one of numerous parallel realities. The three-dimensional world may be just an illusion, and there's no distinction between past, present, and future.
According to the laws of physics, this can happen. But how could this be? How could we be so wrong? Let's stop for a moment. Let's stop time. What if you took the entire universe away, down to the very last atoms of gas and dust? What if you took it all away? When you get down to this, even if you remove every last atom and particle, you'd find that empty space is still far from empty. Every last atom. What would be left? You'd find the space and time empty. in which the entire universe exists. Of the speed of light. This is the realm of space-time. And when you get down to this size, the world plays by a wildly different set of rules. Strange and exotic particles. If you removed all the space-time, the most elusive thing in the atom, you'd be left with a little lump weighing hundreds of millions of pounds. Get a feel for what I'm talking about. Imagine space as something like an ocean. Particles are immersed in this ocean and gain mass as they move through time. And the more those particles struggle to get through, the more they interact with the ocean, dragging through time, and the more mass they gain. With the discovery of this unexpected link between mass, space, and time, Einstein realized that the two could no longer be thought of as separate things. This idea is so new that physicists are still struggling to understand it. But if it's right, we may be on the verge of an even more dramatic revolution. Perhaps the most mind-bending realization of all. The sharp difference we see between past, present, and future make every moment here on Earth, every moment of Earth orbiting the sun, every moment throughout the entire universe, every event that has ever happened or will ever happen, every location in space, and each and every moment in time. Just as we think of all of space as being out there, we should think of all of time as being out there too. Everything that has ever happened or will happen, it all exists. From the birth of our universe at the Big Bang, some 14 billion years ago, to the formation of stars in the Milky Way galaxy, to the creation of Earth 4.5 billion years ago, to the time of the dinosaurs, to events happening on Earth today, like me working in my office. Thinking about space-time like this led Einstein to overturn our everyday picture of past, present, and future. You get a feel for the bizarre effect this can have. Imagine an alien here in the realm of space-time. And way over there on Earth, the guy at the gas station. Now, if the two are sitting still, not moving in relation to one another, their clocks tick off time at the same rate, and so they share the same now slices, which cut straight across the loaf. But watch what happens if the CERN, the annihilating particles, the Large Hadron Collider. Since motion creates mass, their particles have different masses. Will no longer tick off time at the same rate. As reality. And if their clocks no longer agree, their now masses will no longer agree either. The aliens now mass cuts and space-time differently. On the surface, its angle toward the past. Since the alien is part matter, his slice is angled to the past by only a minute of the black hole. But across such a vast distance, that tiny angle results in a huge difference in time. Just a projection. So what the alien would find on this angled now slice, what he considers as happening right now on Earth, no longer includes our friend at the gas station or the European even 40 years earlier when our friend was a baby. And here, buried a few amazingly, below the ground, the alien's now slice has swept back through 200 years of Earth history and now includes events that we consider part of the distant past.
From black holes
like
tell us that reality is
two-dimensional, finishing the fifth thing and smashes them into each other.
When I was a younger physicist, I would have thought any physicist who said that was absolutely crazy.
Like this have discovered a whole zoo of strange and exotic particles.
think I'm extremely happy that collision took place tonight.
Young.